Daniel, question for you. Besides your love for Popeye's chicken, how difficult has it been to make this cut? Or what has been the most difficult part of this weight cut?
You know what, man? It hasn't been that bad. I've just kind of had to do things a little different. You know, throughout my life, I grew up in Louisiana. There's red beans and rice, Popeyes on every corner. I didn't have salad in my entire life until this training camp. I'm 34 years old and I never touched a salad in my entire life. I had a few salads and I started losing weight. Plus it's healthy food now, and I got somebody to help me make my food and just help me at all turns, man. You use your resources to make this as easy as possible, so it hasn't been that bad. But you know, I was home for Thanksgiving and my girlfriend actually made a big huge salad, and all this food was on the table, fatty food. And at the end of the day, that salad had not been touched. That's the house I grew up in.
Nice. Final question for you. You're in crunch time, 24 hours away. What are you weighing right now? How many more pounds do you have to shed? How are you feeling?
I feel great. You know, I was able to train last night. I was grappling. This morning, I was 209 pounds. So I'm only 3 pounds away from weight. I'm going to make this thing easy because I want to compete at my best. I trained hard, like Dana said. I begged for this fight. And, you know, this guy's he's never at a loss for words, but I'm sitting there going, Dana, but I trained so hard, and all he kept saying was, I know, but I lost all this weight, I know. And, you know, this guy's never lost for words, so he knew what it meant for me to get an opportunity to compete, so I'm making this weight easy so that I can compete well on Saturday night.
Having came in this camp to train alongside of you, being that he's injured, how different was your camp in preparation?
It was tougher, you know, because you can't really replace him. I mean, he's the best in the world, and he works harder than anybody that's my size. But you know what, man? I use my other partners. I use Luke Rockhold, who's also very good. A lot of guys just in the gym, and I just mixed them up. Every day I sparred 3 different guys. I didn't spar one person. But you know what, man? Kane was around. You know, he was there to do my cardio with me, there to do my speed and agility drills with me, and just there to hang out. You know, so just having him in the gym was an added element to him not, you know, being there at all. So yeah, it was okay, but I was prepared. Every training partner that I had could beat Patrick Cummins, so I think I should be okay.
Thank you.
You got to go, Connor. You can go first.
Daniel, when it comes down to it, we all know this fight has gotten incredibly personal for you. At what point do you have to really put your emotions aside to be in the best mental headspace possible, or do you feel that you're really going to fight better because this has gotten personal?
You know, the thing is, Pat and I can fight all week and argue all week, but when we step into the cage, I have to be a professional. That's something I've never strayed away from in my whole entire career. I'm going to fight the way I fight, regardless of if I'm mad at Patrick or if I'm happy with Patrick. It doesn't matter. I'm still going to fight the same way. You ever wonder why street fights last 10, 15 seconds? Guys are fighting with pure emotion. They can't go any longer. You get tired. So I'm going to be a professional, and I'm going to go into the cage and do what I've done every single time I've ever fought in my entire career, and that's get my hand raised.
The transition from Rashad Evans to Patrick Cummins, much easier based on what Patrick had to say, because obviously you were facing one of the greatest fighters of all time, Rashad Evans. Now you're facing an up-and-comer with an undefeated record. How do you stay up for that fight, or has it just been based on what Patrick said?
Well, I mean, you know, again, Patrick's a high-level competitor. The guy is actually, to do what he did in wrestling, college, I mean, to make a national team, to become a 2-time All-American after walking on and not placing at the high school state championships, that's a big deal. That doesn't happen very often. So I know the guy can compete. I know he's dangerous. I've seen him for a long time, so it didn't take very much for me to stay up for the fight. But with that being said, my preparation was so thorough for Rashad Evans that I should be able to fight almost anybody else, because Rashad has been one of the best fighters in the world for a long time. He's been the standard for a wrestler, boxer in UFC for a long time, and if Pat's a guy that wrestles and boxes, I prepared for the guy that has done that better than anyone else for a long time. So I'm up for the fight because I respect the guy. He annoys me, but I respect him, and I can't wait to compete or fight against him.